it's just amazing what they're doing right now. It's just amazing where sound is going. I think it's a big part of touching people, which is ultimately what I think games should do. It's really hard to do that without sound. And then, of course, if you get a great relationship with your sound card, you can start to talk about how to play games with sound. And we're starting to see this in the rhythm games, but there's more ways of doing that, more ways of offering sound support for what's going on. We've really only touched the tip of the iceberg. And only by getting your best creative people in and letting them collaborate, and then letting everybody else learn from that collaboration and from those best creative people, do you build a team that really has its own dynamic and its own power that, in my opinion, is A, the best way to churn out great games, and B, the only place I want to be working. The only place I want to be working is one that's sparking with ideas where everybody's excited and where everybody's passionate. So, yeah.
Talk about the ideas from getting everyone to collaborate. Have you ever had any ideas that have come from like just a junior programmer or something like that, where you've had to fight them because the ideas are far too good and way better than others?
No, to the having to fire them. Yes, to the first part. I only ever come to programmers if I can with an explanation of what I'm trying to achieve, not how I think that it should be achieved, because so much of the dynamic comes from that back and forth, and that's been really productive for me in the past. But it's as simple as we've hired a junior programmer 3 months ago who's turned out fantastic, and we were in a meeting about a completely unrelated feature the other day. He said, "Oh, by the way, I was wondering, for the prototype, are we going to fix X, Y, Z? Because it's really starting to jack me off." And I'm like, "Yes, we are. We weren't 10 seconds ago, but now we are." And it's as simple as realising good ideas when they come in. You will always get ideas that aren't quite right for your game. And my experience is that the proportion of those ideas goes down dramatically as people understand. So I always treat somebody coming to me with an idea that's completely inappropriate for our game as an example of how I can clarify understanding of our game. That to me is feedback. It's not a case to say, well, that's a stupid idea and you're a stupid person. Go back to your stupid little room and do your stupid work. It's a great chance to say, well, look, here's why I don't think it will fit in, but at a much higher level, here's what we're driving. Can we think of a way of looking at that? And not every idea gets implemented either, but that's still okay. Anyone else? We good? Lovely.